Obamacare delay this afternoon. The White House announcing a short time ago that it's giving middle-sized companies another year to comply with the law. More on that developing story in a moment. But Obamacare isn't the only federal website plagued with problems. The website helping our nation's heroes claim disability benefits is riddled with glitches and delays. Joining me now with the latest, Darin Selnick, a retired U.S. Air Force captain who's now member of Concerned Veterans for America. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. What's going on with this website?
Well, thanks for having me on the show. Well, we've got a couple websites. We got the VBMS website that the claims processors are handling to process veteran claims, but we also have the e-benefits site where not only veterans but military and family members can go access a variety of benefits, their claims, their health care, their loans, their GI Bill, and put all their information. And we were very troubled that, like the Obamacare website, we have security breaches, and those security breaches could cause identity theft and all sorts of problems for initially 5,000, but up to 3 million veterans.
So basically we have problems with both websites, one that's used by government employees to dole out the benefits and another that's used by veterans themselves to apply for these benefits. Neither of them are working. Why is that?
Well, I served in the VA for 7 years as a special assistant to 3 secretaries, and I got to tell you, the VA is not very competent in doing IT projects. It's had these projects for many years, but it doesn't have very good IT staff. It doesn't let good contracts, and frankly, it rushes this stuff out. So it's another example of rushing an IT project out before it was ready, not doing the due diligence to make sure it's really beta tested and fully tested so that veterans are safe and secure in using the system.
One of the most shocking stories, and I think you alluded to this earlier, the e-benefits website. In some cases, veterans are logging in and getting the information, the data on other veterans. So they're seeing other people's personal information. How can the government even say that's acceptable? What are they doing to fix it? That seems to me to be a real problem.
Well, unfortunately, the VA says, trust us, we know best, and we'll fix it. It's extremely troubling. In the past, we've had some data breaches and people were fired. Shinseki is not transparent. No one is being demoted or fired that we know of. They say, just trust me and fix it. And yes, it's not only your health information that other people can find out, but it's your Social Security number, it's your financial data, it's your family information. I mean, literally, all the information that's on the system could be hacked into and data breached, and that's just not the 3.3 million users. Ultimately, that's their family members. So multiply that by 3 or 4. This is a really big problem, and the VA's answer is very inadequate. And we need some real investigation on what's going on here. I
couldn't agree with you more. Senator Richard Burr from North Carolina blasted the VA department this weekend, calling the backlog on the government website a national embarrassment. So we're spending all this money on IT. All this money on IT. We can't get Obamacare, that website right. We can't get the e-benefits website right. We can't even get the VA benefit website that's used by government employees correct. What needs to be done here? Well,
in the VA, unfortunately, the only way to get their attention is to fire and demote some people. And I got to tell you, if Shinseki's not willing to do it, if Allison Hickey, VHA Undersecretary, is not willing to do it, like past secretaries have done, then they got to go. I mean, someone's got to be held accountable. Someone's got to be responsible. And ultimately, in the long term, we need massive VA reform. We've had in the past, it's worked. In the last 4 years, since I've been out of the VA, things have gone downhill fast, and veterans' lives are literally at stake with these security measures.
It's just an embarrassment. Darin, thanks for coming on the show tonight, and thanks for bringing us this horrible story. Appreciate your time.